Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all well. Today I'm going to be doing my final favourites video of 2016 and it's going to be my last one for a little while as well. I think I'm going to slow down on the favourites next year because it's actually really difficult to think of new stuff every single month. I don't really try or buy enough things to kind of warrant doing them every month anymore, so we'll see. I'm thinking every like 2-3 months, so they're not going anywhere, don't worry. But this just might be the last one for a little while. So first up, I actually have like a combination of things. I've been wearing this underneath every single one of my liquid lipsticks. This is the Soap & Glory Sexy Mother Pucker Extreme Plump XL lip gloss. I've mentioned this a couple of times on my channel. It's supposed to like plump up your lips. It doesn't for me, because I don't have anything to plump really. So it doesn't really work in that sense, but it does provide a bunch of hydration. So I've been wearing it a lot with this lip pencil from Urban Decay. This is one of the Gwen Stefani ones in the shade Ex-Girlfriend, which is it's a very 90s pinky brown color. I basically I apply the lip gloss, I line my lips, and then I blend it down into my lips with my finger, and it's a nice, natural, like nude color. It's very nice. Next up we have the spoiler I was wielding in my intro, and it's the Soft Angled Contour Brush by Sigma, the F23. I absolutely adore Sigma brushes. I've used Sigma brushes since the beginning of time. I actually saved a bunch of my lunch money, and the first kit I bought myself around 14, 15 was a Sigma brush kit, so I've used them from the very beginning and I don't really feel the need to stray from them. I love them, they're great, I've never changed. I'll use like random ones from other brands if they send me them, but if I were to buy brushes, I definitely buy them from Sigma. So this is a contour brush, but I actually just use it for bronzer, just around the edges of my face. But you can see it hits in all the right places. So I just dip it in the bronzer like this. The top doesn't necessarily touch the product, it's mostly on this part of the brush. And then I'll place it underneath my cheekbone and then just blend. And it's done. Like that. That was a weak click. I wonder what my neighbors think when I'm talking like this. Because I often have to re-say things because I like stammer, or I kind of like do this. Like my brain just stops working. I'm not very good at speaking because I'm a typer and like a child of the internet, so I struggle with speaking, so I often re-say what I've said so it makes more sense because I just can't speak. But I wonder what they think when I'm re-saying the same thing, and then sometimes I get angry with myself and I'll be like, fuck. So they just hear me like saying the same thing about a brush like 5 times, then shouting the word fuck, and then saying it again. They're in there now. I can hear them, so they can hear me. It's so awkward. So next I wanted to mention Socialite. It would help if I had a pair of lashes in that case. Socialite. So this company is actually owned by my friend Carissa here on YouTube. I'm sure you already know who she is. She's fantastic. She's so genuine. She's so down to earth. She's one of my favourite channels for sure. Also people. She's just such a bright person. I have all of them in the box still because I'm kind of rearranging my makeup and I don't have a home for them yet. Here we go. So I didn't buy everything on the website because I can't do that, but there are lots of different styles available. There are these ones which are like long wispy ones. There are even longer wispier ones with like clear bands. There are heavier ones with a thicker band so that they can achieve that kind of heavy dramatic style and layering. So the lashes in her Silver series are made from synthetic hair and human hair, but they're supposed to mimic the look of silver fox and mink fur, which are very popular in lashes, but a lot of people don't know about like the cruelty behind them. So this is great. This is a fantastic alternative. I remember when I met Carissa a few years ago, we were sat in the hotel room on her bed and we were talking about lashes and how you set up companies and stuff. She was kind of giving me all of her knowledge because it's something I'd really like to do one day. And I remember she was talking about doing this kind of lash, and it's really nice to see it come to life. I feel so proud. So speaking of lashes, I want to give a quick mention to these Eylure. That's really hard to say. Eylure. People wonder why my accent is so weird, and it's because I don't speak out loud very often. So like, I never know what's gonna come out of my face hole, you know? I've never said this word out loud. I've typed it a bunch of times, but I don't know how I say it. That's the same with most words. I don't speak. So, I don't know if you can see them. This is probably the worst way ever to show eyelashes. They're kind of a bit scraggly because I've used them a bunch of times now. But these again are like mink effect. These are not as intense as the socialized ones, so if you're not into intense lashes, then maybe check these ones out instead. They do have a black band, which up until very recently was actually a thing that made me avoid a pair of eyelashes. If they didn't have the clear band, then I wouldn't wear them, but that's something I don't really care so much about nowadays. So I just thought I'd mention in case that is a thing you don't like. It is quite a thin band though. If you're wearing black eyeliner, then it's not going to be an issue. I've actually worn this with purple eyeliner, and as long as you get it right into the lash line, it really doesn't look too bad. For my music favourite, of course, it has to be Big Bang. My boys finally came back. Big Bang, my favourite group, just in case any of you were wondering. I know a lot of you were wondering, since I came out as a fan of the K-pops and the Korean musics. I was real emotional because it's their first comeback in so long, and it's gonna be their last comeback for so long as well. They've kind of all got to the point now where they have to go do their military service, so one of the members is leaving in January, and so this comeback's pretty special because it's gonna be their last like group activity for a while. I can't talk about it too much without actually wanting to curl up and cry, so moving on. So I have one TV favourite this month, and it's Louis Theroux's documentary series on Netflix. He has a bunch of different episodes, I don't know how many, but he covers a bunch of different topics, a bunch of different things, and they're all so interesting. They're only an hour long, but I haven't seen one that I've disliked yet. I haven't seen all of them, and weirdly enough, I actually hadn't seen any of Louis Theroux's stuff until I watched his Scientology one that he did recently, and I fell in love with him. He's such a cheeky little shit boy. He's so ballsy. He pushes just far enough, and I love it. So if you want to just learn just random things about random topics, then you should just put that playlist on and just work your way through it. There's medicated kids, living with autism, Nazi families, people who own exotic pets. There's one about brothels, there's one about gambling. There's just, if you just want random knowledge about random things, then you should check this one out. But then that's it. That's everything I wanted to talk about today. I know I didn't have many things, but it only feels like 2 minutes since I filmed the last one of these, so I guess that makes sense. As always, thank you guys for watching, and happy almost New Year. I don't know when I'm releasing this, so maybe Happy New Year, maybe Happy almost New Year, I don't know.